everybody. Today we're going to be looking at a new topic known as root position triads. And if you watched the previous video, you might recognize that this is the set of not all of the white keys, but a small sampling of the piano keyboard, which goes far below this G and far above this D. And if we found that the letter names were written out consecutively, for instance, G, A, B, C, D, right up the musical alphabet, we then found that within this landscape of notes, we could find certain structures called diatonic scales. For example, we saw that G to G was a diatonic scale, A to A, B to B, C to C, etc. So using this landscape of notes, if we were to take anywhere within this set of notes, pick one note and skip to the next note and then skip to the next note, we would have what is called a triad. So in this case, if I select A, C, E, the triad would look like that. And similarly, if I took B, D, F, I would have another triad. And we could go on. Let's try C. C, E, G is another. Next one, D, F, A. And all of these are known as root position triads. So I want to go on and just complete this, and I'm going to shift here to treble clef. And I'm going to select E and do the same thing. E, G, B, every other note. Root position triad. And let's try F. Next note up if we skip is A. Next note up if we skip is C. And finally, if we begin on G, we have G, B, and D. So it appears that a root position triad is a stack of three notes, and if it begins on a space, then the next two spaces are filled up. If it begins on a line, the next two lines are occupied. So I like to refer to them as stacked hamburgers. So let's just have a listen for a second. A, C, E, B, D, F, C, E, G, D, F, A. I'm going to come up E, G, B, F, A, C, and G, B, D. And you notice they have all different sounds and qualities, but we're not going to be discussing that today. What I want you to learn today is just the note names, the letter names A, C, E, for instance, B, D, F. And I want to do that going up and going down. And given a root position triad, such as this G triad, the bottom note is referred to as the root. The middle note is referred to as the third. And the top note is referred to as the fifth of the triad. Root, third, and fifth. So that's going to be coming up a lot in our study of triads and inversions and seventh chords. So this is very important. And if we look at the triad in terms of intervallic relationships, such as this A triad, on the bottom we have a third. I don't care right now whether it's a major third or a minor third. On the top we have another third. And on the outside, the bounding notes of the triad are some kind of fifth. So to review, this is an A root position triad, B root position triad, C, D, E, F, and G root position triad. The bottom note of the root position triad is referred to as the root, the middle note the third, the top note the fifth, and intervallically we have two thirds stacked upon one another, and with a distance of a fifth spanning the two outer notes. So today, by looking at just the white key triads, we're learning the fundamental notes of all of the other triads. For example, the A root position triad, ACE, forms the basis for A major, which is A C sharp E, for A flat major, which is A flat C E flat, and for A diminished, which is A C E flat. Notice they all have ACE as their base. Similarly, the root position D triad, DFA, if we look at D major, it's D F sharp A, D flat major, D flat F A flat, D diminished, D F A flat, all DFAs again. When you see a triad in this form, it's called its harmonic form. In other words, they're played, all the notes are played together, forming a harmony. When you see a triad in this fashion, it's called a melodic triad, because it's describing a melody using the notes of a triad. So I just want to drill on these triads today. And what we're going to do is just read up twice, then down twice, up twice, down twice, and then we're going to go over the melodic triads twice. So let's try it out. All right, we have ACE, ACE, and then ECA, ECA. ACE, ACE, ECA, ECA. Let's come on over here melodically. ACE, ECA. ACE, ECA. Up here, ACE, ECA. ACE, ECA. This is important because when you pick up a piece of music, you're going to see this in the music, and you're going to go, oh, that's an A minor triad coming down. Let's go on to B. We have BDF, FDB. BDF, FDB. BDF, FDB. BDF, FDB. Say it with me. BDF, FDB. BDF, FDB. Up here, treble clef. BDF, FDB. BDF, FDB. And the C triad, CEG, GEC, CEG, GEC, CEG, GEC, CEG, GEC. Down here, melodically, CEG, GEC, CEG, GEC. Treble clef, CEG, GEC, CEG, GEC. And you want these to be like a word. You don't want to be looking at this and saying, let's see, C major is C, E. It's got to be that quick, CEG. So again, this is every other letter name in the musical alphabet. So it's going to be tough if this is the first time you're doing it. Okay, moving on to D. We have DFA, AFD, DFA, AFD. Up here, DFA, AFD, DFA, AFD. Melodically, DFA, AFD, DFA, AFD. Treble clef, DFA, AFD, DFA, AFD. Great. And let's look at our E root position triad. We have EGB, BGE, EGB, BGE. Treble, EGB, BGE, EGB, BGE. Melodically, EGB, BGE. Again, EGB, BGE. Treble clef, EGB, BGE. EGB, BGE. And let's look at F, the F root position triad. FAC, CAF, FAC, CAF. Treble, FAC, CAF, FAC, CAF. Bass clef, melodic, FAC, CAF, FAC, CAF. And say this right along with me. Treble clef, FAC, CAF, FAC, CAF. And last but not least, we have the G root position triad, which is GBD, DBG. GBD, DBG. Treble clef, GBD, DBG, GBD, DBG. Okay, melodic bass clef, GBD, DBG, GBD, DBG. Treble clef, GBD, DBG, GBD, DBG. So please spend a lot of time on this because it's only going to get more complicated as we go into inversions of triads. You have to know what the root positions are, and you have to be able to rattle it off easily. BDF, FAC, and backwards also, CAF, FDB. And as I mentioned below, we're eventually going to be looking at major root position triads, minor, diminished, and augmented. So you have to know the 3 letter names of each of these cold. Well, I've included this sheet as a PDF download. It's free, and it's in the description section of this video. So print it out, and for those of you who are really industrious, just copy the whole thing out in a big, on a big sheet of manuscript paper. For those of you who aren't that industrious, at least write in the notes. For instance, A, C, E, A, C, E, and then do it melodically. A, do it over the note. C, E, E, C, A. And the more you write, the more this stuff is going to sink into your brain, and it will be available for you when you're reading music. So that's your homework on the basic root position triads, and I will see you next time. And please hit the subscribe button. Take care.